Hello and welcome to Biz Babe Mindset Day 1. I'm, as you can see, super excited about this program. I love this program so much and I'm sure you'll get so much out of this and I'm so happy to finally get started. Okay, so 10 days, 10 trainings. I will switch around a bit, so it will be video trainings, live stream Q&As, audio trainings, and maybe I'll put in 1 or 2 deep dive workbooks with really questions and journaling work. And what we're going to talk about is the differences in thinking, acting, and being a biz babe. And what I mean by biz babe is really a person stepping up for her own business, for her dream of a successful business, for being a business owner. And when I started my business 13 or 14 months ago, I didn't know anything about Biz Babe Mindset. I didn't know anything about mindset. I didn't know anything about running a business. And I didn't know how business owners act differently from me, think differently from me, and just are so different from me. And that was what let me struggle a lot. I didn't even know business owners. In my family, there's no one self-employed. I was working in a call center. I was surrounded by call center people. And the highest goal you can get there is like being promoted to be team leader, a supervisor, and then maybe the leader of the call center. That was kind of the career ladder. And that was kind of how success looked like. That was how making more money looked like, by maybe getting promoted and getting $1.15 per hour more it was. And those definitions of success and of how much money you can make and what you should spend your money on and what you should do was such a limit on me and my thinking in growing and starting this business. I didn't know any better. I didn't know programs like this. I didn't even know coaches. 1 year ago, when I was just starting out, I didn't follow any mindset mentors or mindset programs or mindset books or whatever. There's so many things you can actually learn and expand today, but I didn't know about them because I grew up in an employee mindset, however you want to call that. I grew up that life works like this. You go to school, you pick a study topic, you study this topic, you get an intern job, you get a job, you get a better job, you get a better job, you get a better job, you save a lot of money, you retire. Retirement funds, very, very important topic in the way and the mindset I grew up. You have to have a proper job so you will get retirement. And we'll talk about that in one of the days. And that was how my world looked like. Now, I know people who grow up differently, that have parents that are shop owners, business owners, self-employed, and they grow up with a very different mindset around those things. I didn't. I grew up with, you have to get a job, go through that job, but it never made me happy, ever. And I switched jobs a lot, I switched continents, I gave up my complete career in Germany where I had a pretty good career as a media consultant. I threw that overboard, took my backpack, traveled around the world. And that was actually the first thing where I noticed that there is people living differently and that how I grew up and the mindset I grew up with is not the only way of thinking. And that's my first learning. What you surround yourself with is what will feel normal to you. And I only surround myself today literally with other business owners, with people who want to start their business, are growing their business, like my clients, my audience, all those kind of people, my own mentors that did grow 6-figure, 7-figure businesses with something they love and that they're passionate about. And all those people think this is normal. And that was such a new world and such an expanded worldview for me that those things are possible and that they are not completely crazy, how my parents would call it. It's normal that there is people who are self-employed. It's normal that those people either fail or are very successful and make so much more money than you could ever do in a day job. truth. Not every business owner is successful. But it's a different decision to live. Yes, you can stick to the safe option and stay in a job. That's the safe version. I was never happy with that. And I was called to be self-employed, but I just didn't know. I long so much independence and freedom and variety that no job in the world would ever give me that. And that's how I started all out and tried to grow out of this little limited egg. And once the surface broke free and I looked around and was like, oh man, this online business world is actually really, really cool. And there's a lot of people who travel around the world, do what they love, feel good about making sales, feel good about making money, feel good about talking about money. I was first time confronted with all those 6-figure, 7-figure business owners that talk about it, that say, I make this amount of money in my business. And I was blown away by those amount of monies. Because what I learned is if you really want to make a lot of money, you have to be in a leader management position in a business. And that's really not what I wanted. So I said, oh, I'm fine with not enough money. I'm absolutely fine with that if that's the only way to get there. Now, today, when I look at what I've earned per month, and that was like the biggest thing I could ever imagine. Like, I made a quite nice career. I started my very first job when I was 20 for 1,800 euros per month. And then I worked my way up from new job, new position above like 10 years to something like 4,000 euros per month. And that's it. And that was like a good position. I worked my way up for that so freaking long, like years. And I knew barely any people that earned like 10K per month or something like that in the employee world. Now today I'm surrounded by people where everybody is talking about, I want to make 5K consistently in my business. I want to make 10K every month in my business. And I know people and mentors that are talking about amounts. They want to make $30,000, $40,000, $50,000 in their business every month. And they do. And this is not a crazy scam or anything. That's people who've built a successful business, raised their prices, showed up with courage, and made things possible that are out of my zone of experience when I'm just in a 9-to-5 job and don't know anything else. And the limitations that come with that had a massive influence on me when I started my business. Because I compared everything, every investment, with my salary. I said, okay, if I have to hire this person, I would love to hire this person, but I really don't want to spend $2,000 because to earn $2,000 takes me X amount of hours at work, and to save that amount, X amount of weeks to actually save that. That's what I was thinking. And that's normal, because if you're employed or if you have limited finances, then this whole world of people who earn 10,000 or 5,000 per month is very, very far away. And your reality is still how actually hard it is to make the money that you make and to save and to put something away from your excess money. And maybe you don't have any excess money at all and have no idea how to actually get started without that excess money to actually put into your business. How I think today about that, it's such a massive shift. I can't even believe that. Like those $2,000 that I've invested in my very first business coach, and then I hired another mindset coach as well. That's like a 1 month salary from it now. Like salary as in like 1 month business income. So basically, I had that money back after 2 months. When I was starting with that coach, I had no clients at all. I thought, man, those $2,000, what if I never see them again? This is just the most stupid idea of my life. But what happened is that I went from 0, August 0, September 0, October 0, to November signing my first 2 clients, December signing more clients, and from then on making consistently money in my business. So looking back, that was the best investment ever. And it's just such a small investment when you know that you will then make money in your business every single month by signing clients, by selling programs, by actually having started it. And I know how it feels like when you want the money first to then get started and be fully committed and dare to invest and dare to quit your 9 to 5. But sometimes it won't work like this. Sometimes you will have to take a huge leap of faith and pull out your credit card or ask someone for money or check for a payment plan or whatever it is that you need. Maybe you don't need to hire a coach. Maybe you just want to set up your website, or you want to figure out how to package your services, and you might need 1 or 2 sessions with a consultant or business mentor for that. Whatever it is, whatever you feel like you need the money first before you can do X, Y, Z. And I'm sure there's something where this applies to. That's where it might have to be necessary to put some money in to then have a return of investment. And this whole concept of return of investment, I knew about that, I learned about that in business classes in school, but I didn't understand because it doesn't apply in the employee world. It does not apply there. You work hard, or you work super hard, or there's, those colleagues that don't work hard at all and they get paid the same salary that you do. How annoying is that? But that's how employee world works. Yes, you might get a bonus or you might get a pay raise, but you're never really the person in control about how much money you make in your business or how much money you make in general. And today, I can decide that by myself. I can decide how much money I make in my business. You hear that right? I can decide. There is clients of mine and colleagues of mine and biz mentors that decide that they value their time more. So they simply just want to replace their 9 to 5 income. That's enough for them. And as soon as they've reached that, they stop working. So they only work 3 days a week, or 4 days a week, or 2 days a week. For me personally, I'm aiming higher. I want to see what's possible. I want to stretch, grow, and see how far I can actually go and how much money I can really make and how quick I can be a 6-figure business owner. Because 6-figure is kind of, for me, the amount that I knew I would never reach in a 9 to 5 job, ever. Not with 67 and not anywhere until then. That was kind of such a crazy amount because I knew the positions you had to be on to earn that. And I knew I would never want to be in a position like this or grow into a position like this. And in business, it's so much easier. It's incredible. Like, I'm in business my 2nd year now, and I'm pretty sure I can hit 6 figures next year. Why? Because I know what I have to invest to grow to that level. I know which mentors to invest, which tools to invest, which strategies to invest. And I know who to ask about the things I don't know. I don't know everything yet, but I'm on my way. And I know mentors and people who are 6-figure business owners, who are 7-figure business owners, who will help me. And that's the people I go to. That's my go-to people. I absolutely stopped surrounding myself with people who know nothing about business. I still have some old friends and we talk about business, but they kind of don't know what I'm talking about when I'm talking about all the things that are kind of in my head and are my daily topics all day. So surrounding yourself with people that know what it's about, that know what it means to build a business on the side, that know what it means to grow a business, that know what it means to struggle with finding clients in your business, that know what it means to work through tech stuff, to grow on stuff that's so challenging. That's so powerful. And that's why I love my free Facebook group. I mean, yeah, it's just a Facebook group and it's just online people, but it helps so much to talk about those topics, to connect with people who are at a similar stage, that want to start a business, that want to grow a business, that want to have 6 figures, 7 figures. Align yourself and surround yourself with people that for them it's normal. And I still try to sometimes have conversations like that with family, old friends, and it's just not leading anywhere because they don't get me anymore. They don't get how I would struggle to decide if I should invest $20,000 into my next mentor or not. They don't get that. And that's fine. But you're probably still at that stage where you don't get the future version of yourself either, where you don't see yourself yet as the person stepping up fully in their business, as that person setting boundaries and taking free time to work on what she really loves. And you're maybe not yet that person that really dares to invest money, speak about money, have big dreams about money, want money. Do you even allow yourself to want that amount of money, or does that feel icky and like you're asking for something that you don't deserve or that doesn't feel right? And that's all mindset shifts I've gone through during the last year. I think the last year I grew in my mindset and in my personal development 10 times as much than any other year in my life before. I am such a different person to 1 year ago, and I was really in this limited thinking of what's possible, that it's incredible. And you can get there too by moving forward, by doing mindset work, by hiring a mindset coach, by looking at your own blocks and limiting beliefs. And that's what we're going to do today. That's your task for day 1. I want you to look at things that you currently think, say, believe that are not super supportive or empowering for you to get where you want to be in 1 year. So if you want to be a successful business owner in 1 year time, what do you currently think or say to yourself that's not very empowering? Any thoughts of doubt? Maybe I'm not good enough to make that. Maybe I'm too stupid. Maybe I will not find any clients at all. Maybe I will never make my money back if I put any money into this business. All those kind of current employee thoughts, safety thoughts, doubt, self-doubt, self-critics. What does the self-critic say about your idea to run a successful online business? Is there a nagging voice saying, oh, you will never make any money with that? And your work for day 1 is really make a long list of all those things. Where do you still think not yet like a biz babe? Is it around money? Is it around selling? Is it around your capability of running a successful online business? Is it about growing? Is it about raising your prices? What do you currently believe about charging premium prices or raising your prices? That is not empowered biz babe thinking. What are the areas where you currently don't think like an empowered biz babe yet? And I have those areas. They just grew into very different direction from compared to last year when I got started. But I want you for day 1, make a long list of all those things. What does the inner nagging voice say around your self-worth, your ability, money, your capability of making money, your capability of keeping money, about hiring a coach? What do you think about hiring a coach? What resistance comes up there? Like, I don't have the money for that. What other resistance comes up for around showing up, about getting started before it's perfect? Write down all those things, because we will work through that and we will take that and do something with it. But for day 1, your homework and your accountability task is to list all your non-biz babe sentences, all your non-biz babe beliefs that you currently have that distinguish you from me, from successful business owners, from people fully stepping up in their business. Write those down and share something in our group. You can either share a photo of your journaling, or you can create a little post and share some of the things that did show up for you. You can share all. You can absolutely, if you feel like that, share everything that came up, the whole list of limiting beliefs, thoughts, and non-empowering thinking and acting. Or you can just grab something out of it if you feel like that's very personal to share. What I want you to do, though, is post something in the group to give you accountability to get through those 10 days. Share something with the other peers in the group and to show me that you've done the work and to show yourself that you've done the work. It's not so much about me. It's about having the accountability to say, okay, this is day 1. I'm going to change something, and those are the things I want to change. Those are all the beliefs that don't serve me. Those are all the things I do That's not what an empowered Biz Babe would do. Give me those things and we'll work through them during the next days. I can't wait for day 2 and I'll talk to you tomorrow.